So there are a lot of studies that show within the next couple of years, the numbers of millionaires are going to double. And there are also studies that show the coaching industry, the educational industry, in terms of online courses and the type of information that we have access to today, that industry in itself is going to double as well. Now, I think it's a correlation between the number of millionaires doubling in the next couple of years and then the number of coaches and online educational platforms doubling. The correlation to me is that most of us as consumers are becoming more intrigued with and inundated by the accessibility of experienced coaches and mentors and educational content that can accelerate our process to get us to success or to the finish line quicker. Now, with that being said, if you are an entrepreneur and you provide a service, you have an operational business, there's a certain service you provide, or if you sell a product, either way, your services and or your products should be used as a basis to provide higher level, top tier services that can simulate to some extent what coaching, consulting, or educational programs provide in today's world. Like, let me give you an example. My wife and I, when we started as a two-person real estate team over 20 years ago when social media wasn't even a thing, she was a real estate agent. I was a handyman, Mr. Fix-It. We didn't position ourselves in the marketplace as a real estate agent or as a handyman. We made a decision to position ourselves at the top of the mountain of our organization as consultants. In this case, we were real estate consultants. So we offered services, even though our products down here, we had products for real estate sales. We had products for, let's say, handyman services. All right. These are products, or let's say more specifically, services that we could provide. So you could hire my wife as a real estate agent to buy a home or to sell a home. We understand that. This is a typical service. For me, you could hire me to change your toilet, put some drywall up, fix your flows, whatever the issue was that you was having. These are services that typically operate in a business or a operational business. But because we understood how important it was to position ourselves, which is what's becoming more popular today, and I think is going to be the thing that make a lot of people millionaires in the next couple of years, instead of us position ourselves as a real estate agent and a handyman, we decided to create a whole new product line or a whole new line of services that were top tier services of consulting, where not only do we provide the service of fixing your house or the service of helping you sell or buy your house, but now we provide consulting services, expert services to paint a bigger picture for you, perhaps to make sure that this is the best decision that you're making. If you want to buy a house, if you want to sell it, what type of work needs to be done, who do you need to outsource this to, how do you get the right funding for people who already own homes as landlords. They might have had tenant troubles. We could help them flesh out to put a strategy and a solution together to help them with their systems and processes. If it was people who wanted to get into investing, we could help them find properties and form the deals and fund them and do all these things, which a real estate agent could have done that. A handyman could have done that as a contractor, but the revenue would have looked different, if you understand what I'm saying. But because we positioned ourselves up here, it made it easier for us to demand a higher paycheck, not just from the operational services that we are going to provide anyway, but for top tier, top level services that we provided. So what you see going on in the world today with influencing that's turning into coaching and mentoring and masterminding and online courses, and there's some form of consulting in that as well. It may not be the professional level of consulting, but it's some level of consulting to help people with the nuts and bolts of whatever they're working on. This is becoming the thing. For the last few years, I've been telling all my students and my clients, particularly in my Millionaire Mentorship program. I've had over 100 people in the last 3 years come through this program, and almost every one of them will tell you, if you were able to meet them and talk to them, that Ramon has been preaching and pushing this narrative for the last 3 years, not even knowing that just recently there will be studies that come out to show that not only the number of millionaires would double in the next couple of years, between now and let's say 2026, 2027, but the number of coaches and coaching programs and educational programs, that industry as a whole is expected to double. That correlation is because people are starting to realize how important it is to take the intellectual assets of what they do anyway and repurpose that IP into programs, products, and services that they can actually monetize if they know how to properly position themselves. Now, if you're having questions about any of this and you just don't know where to get started, how to package your products and services, how to price them, how to put this type of business operation together, we teach all this and provide training, mentorship, coaching, and ongoing support on a week-to-week, literally day-to-day basis through our Millionaire Mentorship program. All you have to do is look inside of the description, click the link, text or call the number, reach out to me and my team. We'll be more than happy to assist you, to show you exactly what you need to do so that you can prepare yourself and properly position yourself to be a part of this doubling of millionaires within the next couple of years. Oh, by the way, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to my YouTube page, make sure your notifications are on. And when you get to all these other platforms and social media sites out here, type in the search engine Ramon Preston and follow me on those sites as well. I'll see you on the other side. Peace.